Hello everybody to yet another video, and this time we're actually in the shed because we're going to do a job. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a service on this 2011 Volkswagen Caddy. Oil and 3 filters, nothing major. However, I did spot a couple of problems en route to the shed. It's belonged to a friend of mine, and I noticed that the 2 rear shocks are gone and the front left wheel bearing, and it's due for an MOT tomorrow. So now you may remember in the last video that I told you if you have 2 shocks gone it may pass, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. So this is what we're going to do today, because I'm Jim and this is Jim's Shed. Right, so the car is nice and hot. Always make sure your vehicle is hot before you so basically what we're going to do is we're going to drop the oil, right? The oil filter, this is the 1.6 TDI turbocharged. The oil filter is on top, which makes it very handy. We're going to have to remove the pressure, the fuel pressure sensor first so that we can get at it. The air filter and the fuel filter. So we'll start off, I suppose we'll remove this guy first. And we'll give ourselves a bit of room to have a look. Now, if you can get a good view at that, what I'll do also, I'll give you a bit of light on the subject. So, try out this new gadget I got. Hope you can see that there now, folks. Look at that. Now, that looks like a 28. It's not. It's 32. Okay. It's a 32. So, right. Okay. What do I need? I need a swivel or a wobble, as I call it. Right. Now you're probably saying, why is he loosening the filter? Well, I'll tell you why. I'm loosening the filter because I'm giving a chance for the oil to drip down from the filter first. So if I take off the cap, take out the dipstick, that way there's no vacuum in the engine, so the contents of the filter should you just leave that like that. She's ready to be taken off. So okay, without further eloquence, we'll let that there for a moment. Now, right, yeah, we'll just leave that there for a few minutes. Now I want to check to make sure that he gave me the right parts. They're in the back of the van, so I'll just get him out the back here. Right, so okay. What have we got here? Right. Yeah. All sorts of goodies. We have what we call a bag of tricks. Yeah, 5W30 is the recommended that looks like the right filter. This is the oil filter, which also looks right. Now he has given me two fuel filters, because there's two types on these, right? The K47 and the K46 engine carry two different fuel filters. 9 times out of 10 it's going to be this one. Time will tell. So we won't panic just yet. So that, as you can see, that is nice and loose there now. So I'm just going to gradually lift it up. Just give it time to drain. Don't be in a big mad rush to take this thing out, because you're going to destroy everything. So I'm just going to, what's the word, leisurely take it out. Just leave it drip there for a minute. Tricky enough now, tricky enough. There we go. Now, just examine this filter. It's not too bad. Diesel engines, guys, right? Look, listen. I have a thing about diesel engines, you know. Don't go by manufacturers' recommendations and service them every 10,000 kilometers. Don't. Service them every 5,000 miles or 6,000. Now you could say, oh well, 5,000 miles is 9,500 kilometers. No, I don't believe in that. You know, this long life oil. That's nonsense. The life of your engine, of your diesel engine, is regular servicing, right? So always examine, right? Yeah. So I know I'm okay there. So I'll safely dispose of this out of the camera's eyes, so you won't see where I'm putting it. But anyway, I'm disposing of it safely. Let's just say I'm disposing of it safely into a recycling oil disposal unit, or oil disposal, whatever you want to call it, you know. Anyway, now I'm very disappointed to learn and to see that the two rubber seals didn't come in the packaging, which I'm very disappointed. All I got was one, as far as I know. No, I didn't. I tell a lie. 3 of them in it, so they're all there. So okay, well done too. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. So grab your pick and remove like so. Hard enough, get off. There we go. Same with this one. just like that. Right. Now what I will do is, don't throw them away just yet. Don't throw them away just yet. Don't throw them away just yet. What I'm going to do now is I want you to observe very closely the next one, the main seal, which is this one here. Now if you have a look at this, you see the threads 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th, and then the 6th. The 6th, you see the way it's square? Well, that's where your O-ring is going to go, in that one there. Not, so in other words, it's going to go there. It's not going to go in there. A lot of people make that mistake. There, square. You'll see the little square section there. Whereas here, it's, they're all just a thread. So in there, that's where it goes. But before we do so, right? Before we do so, what I'm going to do is, he also gave me this spare bit of oil. Look, this is what I'm using, right? 5W30. So we're going to get our now I must get my jug, which is behind the cameraman. Now, now, just leave that like that. So, coat it with a bit of oil first. That way, it'll help seal. Now you can see where I put it. Hope you can see that there. Okay. Right. Next two, which are these ones. Now I don't, just in case, well, yeah, make sure you don't drop it in, so otherwise you'll have to try and fish it out again. So just like that. Just like that. Squish it with a bit of oil. Now this one is proving a little bit cantankerous, but we'll get there. We won't let it fail us. Now, okay, finish with the pick. So we're now happy that we got everything on without any mishaps. Some people clean out that. Listen, there's no, you know, some people work area clean alright. Now, there you go. So it'll only clip in one direction, one way. Now we're ready to put it back on again. So that's all nice and oiled up. Now, okay. So without further eloquence, we will resume in putting our filter back in place. Like so. Now, this is important. Make sure you get it on the right thread. Don't cross thread it. Otherwise, you'll do untold damage. Remember, that's only plastic. It's only plastic. So be very careful when putting this back on. Oh, that's gone in there lovely now. That's tight enough. I don't know, 40, I think it's 40 something Newton meters. There's no need to over tighten these things, you know. So now we're going to drain the oil from the sump. Just in case you think I'm jumping the gun there, if that oil filter was underneath, you know, I'd probably drain the oil first from the sump and then go at the filter, you know. But this is much handier this way, you know. I'm not going to put this pressure sensor back on yet, because when I start I want to check it for leaks, make sure everything is nice and steady there, you know. Okay, so now we'll go underneath the vehicle and we will drain the oil. So without further eloquence, what I might do is I might get a flashlight for you guys so you can see what's going on. Not much good. That's not going to be much good to you guys. So now, okay. So without further eloquence, we'll commence fire. 19mm socket. Now this tends to come out all of a sudden. There we go. Without creating a mess. All is well in the world. Now, we'll let that drain away. Hope you can see that there. Now, hope you can see that there. That's aluminium, so that flashlight won't stay where it's supposed to. How's that? Yeah, alright. Okay. So we let that drain away there now. While that's draining, I'm going to remove the fuel filter. So, without further eloquence, we'll proceed and remove the fuel filter. There. Okay. Now, this can be messy. So what I'm going to do here is normally I have a can of diesel here at the ready, but I don't have today. So I'm hoping I'll get away. Sometimes you can have a problem starting these after changing the filter. But okay. Now, so now we're ready for remove the they say every 50,000 kilometers or every 30,000 miles you change the fuel filter. That's true, but then again it's not true. It all depends on the fuel you're putting into it. Diesel. Remember folks, diesel is just oil. It's dirty old stuff, you know. So if you're getting dirty fuel, no, if you're there and you say, oh, last Friday I had a job, I got dirty fuel, you know, but I managed to, she you know, cleared herself out. Well, you need to change your filter, you know. So now gradually, just gently, it should gently pop up. However, sometimes it doesn't. You know, sometimes it doesn't. So that won't fit in there now. So we'll have to get a small screwdriver. Yeah. Now, okay. Okay. There she's off. Now, does the filter want to come with it? It does. That is not normally the case. So, now, okay, we got it. I'll just leave that drip away there. Just, what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to grab a bungee. And I'm just going to bungee this over, out of the way, like so. Then, now, because that's full, it's fine, right? But, I need another container, to which I thought I had one there. So just bear with me now till I find another container. We'll pause for the moment. I'm going to go into the house. I robbed this on the missus. She doesn't know, right? So be careful with the comments. Don't say, you know, I want to close the door. Not to close it on the way in. Now, and the reason why I want the jug, I want to try and, because normally I would have a little container with fresh fuel, but I don't have on this occasion. So, I'm gradually lifting out the fuel filter like so. Now letting it drain. You can probably hear that. Now, and as mentioned earlier in the video, my predictions were right. It was the larger of the two filters, which means it's this one, which comes with an O-ring. So we'll change the O-ring now in a second, but yeah, now this doesn't look right. And that doesn't look right. Neither of them looks right. So I'm sure it's all right. It's sort of, you can see that little indentation there. There's none on this, but I am hoping that it will fit. Leave that there for the moment. Gradually, slowly. Now I could put it on this way, but I won't. Oh, lovely. Now, the O-ring. Yeah, that's well perished. Wasn't changed in a while. It looks the same size. So now normally, now under normally conditions, I would just top that up with fuel, but I'm just hoping that she'll fire up without having to do that. So now, okay. gradually, not over tightening, just like so, like so. Some of these, the older ones, have a plunger on the top, so you could plunge, fill the capsule with fuel. But now, so without further eloquence, lovely. What we're going to do now is we're going to change the air filter. So put the bungee back. And we will have a look at this, see what we've got here. Yeah, I won't put that back on yet because I want to check everything for leaks. I might get away with leaving that alone. Looks fairly good. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. We'll replace it anyway. Right, okay, before I might just give it a blowout. So, excuse the noise. That. So and yeah, there we go. Now we'll put the oil back into the so I'm just hoping that I won't have to bleed that. We'll see. We'll put the oil in, but more importantly, some plug back on. You know. So without further eloquence, yeah, all nice and clean. Like so. Dirty old stuff, especially oil from a diesel engine. People ask on the comments, some of the videos, why have you lino down on the garage floor? Because it's easy to clean the oil. That's one of the reasons. Plus it's you know, it just happened to be a bit of lino that I had left over many years ago from when we did a job inside in the house, so it makes it easier to clean the oil up off the ground if you spill any, which is inevitable when changing the oil in a vehicle. You know, there we go, good as new, just like that. And yeah, so we will tighten everything up. Doesn't have to, you don't have to hang out with these things when you're tightening them. So okay, now we will proceed in putting in our oil. So right, so about 4.5 litres. So here's our first 2 litres. And she goes. About 4.7 litres so far as I know. There's 4. 2 plus 2. And what I'll do is I'll put another ½ litre because I'll allow for the filter, but I think it's around 4.6. We'll see how we go. When you buy 5 litres of oil, that's exactly what they give you. They don't give you any more. Anyway, right. Okay. I'll go another little bit for good luck. Just a small bit. Now, so without further eloquence, hopefully this puppy will fire up straight away and stay running. That's the important thing. I won't dip it yet because it's up on the 2 ramps, so the engine is not level, so I'm going to leave that there in case I have to take it off again. Making sure it doesn't foul off anything there. So we will just start it up. Hopefully. Now we'll check her for oil because she's level. That worked out okay. Just in case you're wondering what I do with my waste oil, it goes to the waste oil treatment plant, not too far from here, you know. So it is disposed of correctly in accordance with laws and gym shed. So now we will, I'm quite happy there, everything seems to be fine there, so I can remove my bits and pieces there. Okay, now I'll check it for oil. I'd say I have a feeling she'll take another little sup. So right, here we go. As you can see, I was right. She will take another little sup. Not a lot, as what's his name says, not a lot, but a little. Now, caddies, at least in this country anyway, don't come with an engine cover or an engine tray underneath. Typical VW cutbacks, you know, typical VW cutbacks. Now, oh, look at that. Actually, she'll take nearly the 5. Just the 1.6 K46. Yeah, I think I'll put another sup in there. As far as about 4 quarts. That's to the max now. However, what we will do, oh yeah, sounds nice. Give that a few minutes to settle down. I'm going to just go through quickly how to just want to put this back where it belongs. How to reset your service light. We'll do that also. So we will. And yeah. Lovely. So we one last check. One last check. Look at that. Just on the max. Just on the max. Happy days. So, satisfactory job, folks. What I will do is I'll also put a little bit of Sonax Extreme window washing fluid, 50 to 1 or 30 to 1 I think it is. Put that in there and just top it up with water. Great for your windscreen. And yeah. Now, what I'll do now is, if the cameraman comes with me, and I'll show you how to reset your service interval spanner or whatever you want to call it. It's here on the dash. So, okay. Basically, you're in the car making sure the door is closed. Okay. You press the button on the right. Hold on till I take off these gloves. So you can see what I'm at. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. This is the 2011 model. There's two buttons, your trip meter here and your trip reset here. Press and hold. Turn on the ignition with the brake suppressed, with your foot on the brake. Press and hold. Take it off and come over the other side. There's the spanner. Press. Spanner's gone. There's your service interval finished. Gone. Ready for another, you know. So I'll go through that again. Ignition off. Finger press and hold down on your trip reset. Press and hold. Foot on the brake. Ignition on. There's your spanner. Press. Spanner extinguishes for another. Now according to this, I think it's every 10,000 miles on this van, but I don't agree with that. I will put, as you can see up here, I have a little system, Jim's Shed. You'll see up here on this, I just put a little notification up on the window. Hope you can see that. Just there. Next service due. 163,000 miles, 163,681. So I'll put a thing on this now to maybe 160, maybe 170, maybe 168. 169,000 miles. So we will just go back out to the front and we'll make a conclusion. To conclude, this can be returned. It was the wrong one, so It was the bigger of the two, hence the bigger of the two. And so yeah, I'm going to do a pre-NCT or pre-MOT check on this van, even though I know front left wheel bearing is gone, 2 rear shocks. We're going to run it through the test anyway. I know it's, you know, I'm not, I don't agree with that, you know. Fix the van, fix wherever, fix your vehicle. It's not mine, so I'll just let him know what needs to be done. He'll run it through. It's due for a test tomorrow, but I'll just check the lights, check the brakes, even though I know the brakes are good because I did the brakes on this in the last service. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and give the old thumbs up there, you know. And so that's it on this video from Jim's Shed, and thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, goodbye.